Hello, everybody. Today we're gonna be talking about Bargello and Sonia coming for the 1.5 year anniversary for the global version. Before I start the video, I would like to talk about the the banners currently are not in a great shape, but they said that they will do some changes to the banners. So I hope for the banners to be really good because currently the banners are worse than the Japanese version, and there has been a lot of community backlash. Either way, I'm going to start discussing about Bargello now. Bargello is an amazing unit. He has a lot of great abilities in battle. He also has great passives. He also has one of the best ultimates in the game and the best accessory in the entire game. Start things off. He has a two-hit dagger and a max boost. It takes 100 SP from everybody to increase its power by up to 5 times the original power. So how it's calculated is that at max boost, this potency will be at 120, and for each ally, it will increase the multiplier by a bit up to a maximum of 5. So essentially, you're heading for 600 potency times 2 times, making this 1200 potency dagger. So it's a really overpowered dagger skill. Next up, he has a 4-hit AoE dagger that hits wind weakness. It's a really simple skill. It hits 2 weaknesses and it shaves 4 shields for all enemies. This is a really good shave shielding skill that he has. He has a 3 single target dagger that also hits wind weaknesses. And if the enemy has a dagger resistance down, it increases its multiplier by 1.2 times. At max boost, it just becomes 140 potency. So this skill hits 420 potency times 1.2 when there is an enemy with dagger resistance down. This skill is really good on Bargello if you do not want to use all of your allies' SP, if you have an SP management issue. Now to the most broken ability that he has. He has a full front row 15% physical attack, magical attack up, 15% dagger damage up, and wind damage up, and it also grants damage cap up for 2 to 5 turns based on boost level. This skill is just insane. You can cast this skill, and with one of his passives, he's gonna give all of your front row basically 50,000 damage cap for free. And it also grants so much buffs to the dagger or wind units. Next up, he has a full front row 10% dagger and wind damage up. This passive is really great because alongside with Falco, if you are running a dagger team, you will have 25% dagger damage up. And if you're running Frederica and she combusts an enemy, you will have 25% wind damage up on your units, basically for free. His other passive is, while there is a broken enemy, grants the entire front row 15% physical attack and magical attack up, and also 20,000 damage cap up, alongside his other active ability where it increases the entire front row damage cap up by 30,000. This will be 50,000 damage cap up just by having Bargello on the team. Really insane passives. Now to his ultimate. At ultimate level 1, all the allies recover 50 SP. This becomes 90 SP at ultimate level 9, 100 at level 10. And excluding himself, he restores 1 special gauge for all allies. So how it works is that when an ally uses their ultimate, when you use Bargello's ultimate after them, you charge their ultimate usage by 1 again. So it's a really, really overpowered ultimate because this is the only way that we have to refresh ultimates. Now to his Awakening 4 accessory. This is the best accessory in the entire game. It gives 100 physical attack, 40 SP, and an unconditional 100,000 damage cap up. And when there's a broken enemy, all allies restore 20 SP for 2 turns. So because the broken enemies last for 2 turns when you break them, and then the turn after. So essentially you're recovering 40 SP when there's a broken enemy for all of your allies. And on top of that, having a 100,000 damage cap up unconditionally. It's not a part of the when there is a broken enemy. If your unit hits an enemy too hard that they will hit over the 999, you'll hit above that while having Bargello's accessory. This accessory is just insanely overpowered. Even like 1 year after this accessory has came out, this is still one of the best accessories in the entire game. So, what is my thoughts about Bargello? Bargello, in my opinion, is just really strong unit, and you should at least consider getting at least one copy of Bargello. Personally, I will actually try to go for like as much as possible copies that I can get on Bargello in just one pity round. And then 6 months after, I will just spend my Awakening Stone fragments getting his A4. However, this is enough time for Bargello, and now we should move on to Sonia. Now on to Sonia. Imagine if there was a unit that was really good at shape shielding. Wow, I wonder who's gonna that be. Yes, Sonia is an amazing shield shaving unit. And she also has really good damage capabilities, and she has a lot of great utility. Now let's start with her kit. Onto her first notable skill. A single ally 10 to 40 SP recovery based on boost level, and grant guaranteed crit if they're a thief. Why am I saying this skill is really great? Because I wonder, we have a unit that has 3 weaknesses that is really strong, that is called A2, and she giving her basically guaranteed crit is just really amazing. Sonia has a 2-hit AoE wind that always shaves shields. At max boost, this becomes 3-hit wind instead. Why am I saying this is really strong? You will find out later. Now she has a 3 random target dagger that also hits wind weakness. At a max boost, it becomes a 4-hit dagger instead. This is also a really insane skill, and you will know why later. Now to her nuking option. She has a 1 single target dagger that hits wind weakness, and it inflicts 10% dagger resistance down for 2 turns. At max boost, this becomes 400 potency, and it's a really good skill because it also inflicts 10% dagger resistance down alongside dealing damage. Now to her passives. Upon switching to the back row, full front row recover 5% SP. So what happens is that when she switches from to the front row to the back row, all of your units will have their SP recovered by 5% automatically. This is an insanely overpowered passive alongside with Bargello, because Bargello takes 100 SP, yes, from your units, but Sonia recovers really good amount of SP back to your units. Now to her second passive. This is why I said Sonia is an insane shield shaving unit. Upon switching to the front row, gain double cast. So, her 3-hit AoE fan becomes a 6-hit AoE fan, and her 4 random target dagger becomes an 8-hit random target dagger that hits wind weakness, and her 1 dagger nuke becomes a 2-hit dagger nuke instead. Her ultimate is a 5 single target dagger that hits wind weakness, and it inflicts 5% dagger resistance down for 2 turns. This becomes a 10% dagger resistance down at ultimate level 10. So her ultimate is a really good skill that you can use to break the enemy with. Her Awakening 4 accessory is at 100 speed, 40 SP, And when attacking, low chance to inflict 10% dagger resistance down for 2 turns. How it works is that it's exactly the same as Sorna's passive, where each attack is a low chance to inflict 10% spear resistance down, but instead it's 10% dagger resistance down. This is really annoying accessory because it's all luck dependent. You can get lucky and proc it like 2 to 3 times, and sometimes you will not proc it at all. On my opinion, if you are not a person that is doing speed clears, on my opinion, just skip her awakening for accessory. Now, what is my opinion on Sonia? She is an insane unit, on my opinion, because she has a lot of shield shaving, and we are starting to get to the point where we have a lot of on break accessory effects that increases our damage by a lot. I recommend at least getting one copy of Sonia, and if you get a second copy of Sonia, just away ultimate 10 her because it's a really great ultimate. I apologize if you heard any weird sounds during this video because I'm ill today. So unfortunately I have like to stay in bed. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video and consider subscribing. I'm really close to 500 subscribers and I hope you enjoy the next video.